Good day, friends. I hope you're doing really well. This is Tracy Brown, and my team and I provide trauma-informed non-diet nutrition counseling so that we can help you feel safer in your body. And we would just want food to be food and body to be body, and take care of ourselves the best we can without all the stress and the angst. So this is video 3. We are talking through the prompt that I put out this weekend, and it wasn't really to elicit so much. It just kind of happened. So we all have feelings about things, right? And I'm glad that we have a chance to be together and to process some stuff. So the question was, just in case you haven't watched video 1 and 2 yet, so from Monday and Tuesday, today's Wednesday, is Body Image Support Week. And I said, if you feel up to it, what are some thoughts you have, that aren't helpful, but you keep kind of falling into believing that maybe they're true again and again. So if something triggers you back in this old neurobiology, your subconscious is like, oh, that way they looked at me, that tone they talked to me, this time of year feels really similar to here when I didn't have a say and I had to believe those things about myself. And we're trying to uncouple all that the best we can in a 5 to 10 minute video. So you know that if you need more support doing this on a consistent basis, please reach out to us. We're happy to help. So I'm probably going to just get through a couple of these because I'm late to the game today. I don't mean to be TMI. I had some headachy, migrainey things, and it took a lot of the day to kind of get to the place I can kind of feel functional. So I got to do a lot of my day, but not all of it. So I'm running behind, and so we're just going to get through a couple, and then we'll do some more tomorrow, Friday, Saturday, however long it takes to make sure everyone feels supported. So I think I'm to Monday, finishing up, today's Wednesday, I'm finishing up Monday, and I'm just going to pick up where I left off. So this one talks about weight in regards to health. So this one says that my weight causes my chronic health conditions like migraines and fibromyalgia. Well, honestly, as evidenced by today, I don't actually walk around and have a lived experience of living in a large body, and I had a migraine today. So, I know that my weight didn't cause it, because if your weight causes it, my weight causes it, and we're different weights, then maybe it's just that we have some kind of stress physiology going on that triggers migraines, or there's something like our tender spot in our body, clearly, our headaches, where things go. And I'm not just going to say I'm super stressed, but different environmental triggers can cause that. So internally and externally, not to do with your weight. All right. But again, when we have these thoughts, especially with health and weight, it's really important to fact check and get evidence. And even if evidence is not causational, it's correlational, we still don't have, still have any weight loss intervention that doesn't hurt people long run. So it doesn't make there's not literally much point in to continue to believe in people who that's the only intervention they give you if you're suffering or struggling with something. Well, if you lost some weight, well, yeah, a lot of things might change. I wouldn't have stigma, and I would feel like that you're listening to me more if I weren't in this body too, but that's not happening. So what are some interventions for my situation? Fibromyalgia, the same thing. People in all shapes and sizes and ages have fibro. Again, it's an autoimmune issue that it gets, we don't fully understand how it works. I do think that these issues actually have to do with some chronic stress and unprocessed trauma stuff too, but that's neither here nor there. Is that your weight doesn't cause this. All right, weight loss won't fix this. You might have a little bit lived experience with it, possibly, but that's even maybe possibly. All right, so I hope this helps a little bit. It's really important that even if there's conditions that weight loss might temporarily fix, we're talking temporary here, and they're not sustainable. Probably if we're doing anything that's quick and radical, that's from a lifestyle perspective, it's probably just not going to stick. Okay, so anyway, there's that. The next one is just says, dang, I'm getting old, with kind of laughing emojis. So I'm not sure how seriously, I don't know how distraught that kind of feeling is feeling and how much that gets a person down. However, I will say that yes, aging changes the way we look, and if we have any negative thoughts about aging, then we're typically going to see ourselves aging in the mirror and have all kinds of different feelings about it. So it's really important to again, who said that? Oh, in my culture, in my family system, aging was people were dismissed, made fun of, not valued as much. Oh, I look like that. Uh-oh. Or it may not be serious for this person who wrote it. I'm not sure. But anyway, it's a thing. How we navigate that just as much as how we navigate weight and age and feelings about that kind of stuff. So anyway, there's that. And we probably have time for one more, and then I'll pick it up where I left off yesterday. And this is a really important one. So I think that we'll talk about it a little bit here, but I don't think I'm going to give it justice. But I'll give it a shot. Is this person said, people must think I'm so lazy because of my size, or that I eat so much. Basically, that people judge me all the time because of my weight. I'm sure some do, but then I remember that I'm making healthy choices. So this person, as they're talking about what they think people might thinking of them, there's a level of, I can see and feel in my system the unblending to that's just because people think it doesn't mean it's true. And even if it's true, what it even is, I've never seen that understand my whole life. Like, all right, well, somebody's doing something that's maybe not great for them. Why are we so hot and bothered about it? I never understood that. What's the need for all the judgment, right? But we know, obviously, those are projections, and we can, we don't have to go down the psychology road around that one. Why do people judge each other? What's the point of that? But anyway, this person says, continuing, I am making progress in becoming healthy mentally, physically, and spiritually. I am eating well-rounded diet and listening to what my body needs. I'm teaching my children to listen to their bodies. So we are practicing gentle moment, which is so hard for me. So I just want to say, pause to the top of recognizing that trying softer is hard. Because we're used to, in this culture, the mentality is if you don't like something, well, freaking change it. It's very like, And I'm not saying that we do need intentionality and we do need to build practices, but it doesn't have to be so antagonistic, even with the emotions around it. It doesn't have to be so antagonistic with, like, it's almost like we have a discomfort and we're like so triggered that we have to like pound it into submission as fast as possible. It doesn't usually work because we miss the nuances, and then we don't even understand why sometimes we got here, so that we can not fall into the same potholes again, or so we can build new resources. So again, congratulations to this person for recognizing those thoughts or programming and conditioning. And actually, people do judge. And, a lot of times we work with people and like, well, nobody's judging anyway. And it's like, the reality is that there's everything's on a bell-shaped curve, right? The majority of people are not judging. The majority of people are really just focused on what they're doing, their thoughts, their reactions, their experience. And just like on a bell-shaped curve where the majority of people fall in the bell, there's your ends, right? And there are going to be some people who are like, they can't get over, they can't like stop tripping over themselves about what everybody else is doing. And then there are going to be some people who are so hyper-fixated on themselves in a different kind of way that they're so awful and terrible and everyone hates them. They don't even notice anyone exist, and they would like to connect with you. And then over here is the other example of like, everybody else is so terrible and I can't believe they even exist. Those are your extremes, though. The most people in the world are probably, again, that's what I'm saying, that like there's maybe some judgment, but it floats off into like some other judgment about something else. And the majority of people, though, do see us. They witness us. They see us. They don't think much about it or us, what we're doing. And then there's all the whole spectrum of experience. So I think that's really important that we look at when people see us. They're going to have all kinds of thoughts about us. They might have thoughts that ruminate for like 0.005 seconds, 5 seconds. But regardless, it still doesn't change who we are, how long they ruminate, or even if they notice at all or not at all. So it's so important to recognize that. So maybe I did it okay justice, but I just want to mostly say shout out to this person for doing that work and being an example for the rest of us. Thank you so much for sharing. Like, you have these thoughts, but there's so much less often and they go away faster. And it's because of the practices. So good for you. And keep sharing. Keep sharing what's going good, y'all, as well. So we'll pick it up there tomorrow. I think that's it. If you have anything else you want me to talk about around this topic of body image, please let me know. I'm here to support y'all this week with that. The last thing I want to mention is that I am planning on, I just want to give you a little heads up. I haven't said anything out loud about it yet, but I am planning on doing a little body image decoding like I did with my exercise or movement hesitance class in June. Yeah, this is June, July. Anyway, this summer, I want to do a body image decoding, kind of like master class. You know, it'll last like an hour and a half, 2 hours. And we're going to just pick one exercise, but really have everybody get a chance to master it for themselves. That's the goal. So if you guys are interested in it, you could put an emoji down in the comments. And so it gives me kind of a sense of maybe how many people are interested. That way, if I need to split it in 2 classes, because I like to be small and intimate, I don't like to have big giant classes, so everybody gets some, individual instruction. You don't want that. So, if there's more than a certain amount, yeah, I'll make sure that like everybody has a good experience. That's the goal. So if you're interested, put an emoji down there below, and we'll do it. And it's one of my favorite things to do. I do it with pretty much every client I've ever had for the last 17 years. I never find it not helpful. So if you want to learn about it, we'll do it. So thanks so much, and I will see you all in the video tomorrow. Take care and bye for now.